Hey, welcome to an interview with Staking Rewards. Today we're going to be talking about the Staking Summit, Metapool. So the first question is, are you here to get free merch or to show your project?
Definitely both, man.
Okay.
For me, it's both, man. For me, it's the giving away free merch.
Okay.
But definitely just to showcase our products, right? So what we built on top of liquid staking, what's the possibility?
Okay.
And where do we see the next bounce of the ball, for sure?
Yeah, definitely. As we were having that conversation before, I feel like Metapool has evolved from just being a liquid staking solution on Near to offering a whole suite of products. So do you want to talk me through what's coming up for Metapool? You guys are launching a governance token. You have like a launchpad now as well?
So when we started, right, so we launched liquid staking on Near, and one of the big challenges that we had was like utility, right, for the liquid token. And how can you leverage a yield-bearing asset?
Yeah.
And we said, you know what? We were moving. We knew we had the team to deliver products on a kind of like a good pace.
Yeah.
And so we build. We call it as a crowdfunding platform.
Okay.
It is a way for projects to launch their dApps or platforms on the Near ecosystem.
Yeah.
So what we do, basically, we leverage our liquid staking token, and what we're thinking is that during this bear market, it's much better to risk your future staking rewards than your main asset, right?
Yeah.
And so what we do is what we offer is projects that want to launch on it's called metayield.app.
Okay. Right.
And when projects want to launch on MetaYield, what happens is that they say, hey, we want to raise 10,000 Near, right?
Yeah.
And we do not do any in fiat. It's all tokens. We will do the conversion so people know how much the conversion rate is. But for us, it's like, how much Near do you want to raise?
Yeah.
I want to raise 10,000 Near. So how do you get 10,000 Near? You go and crowdfund 100,000 Near tokens to be staked, locked for 12 months.
Right.
And that one will guarantee the 10% APY will go to the project, right?
Okay, right.
So for the backers or the supporters, is riskless way of getting exposure to new projects.
Okay.
And so what we do is that you stake through MetaYield.
Yeah.
Then that stake is locked for 12 months, so we guarantee the staking rewards will go to the project.
Yeah.
You as a supporter will get 2 IOUs. One representing the Near that you staked.
Yep.
You'll get it back wholeheartedly after 12 months. And another IOU for the project tokens that they put in exchange for the staking rewards.
Okay.
And so now the supporter has 2 IOUs, one for their Near that they put in, and the other one for the future project token, which is a very important part here. It allows the project enough time to build utility for the token, and thus a value for it as well, right?
Okay, that's interesting. So if I were to summarize like what you just said, so basically MetaYield functions like a staking bond launchpad.
Yeah.
So it's like a government bond, but except your bond payments go to the project.
Yes.
And then you get the face value of the bond back at the end of the year.
Exactly.
And introducing a 12-month lockup allows the projects which are launching to build something before all the early investors sell off. So then they have a reason to not sell the token because it's actual utility. Okay, that's
exactly.
That's very
and more importantly, you democratize access to projects as well, right?
Okay, right.
So this is very much a grassroots build, right? We're thinking for the builders, by the builders, right? Because we're a product company at the end of the day, right?
Yeah,
we're a product organization. And we fully think that decentralization is going to be a very important part of this. And so that's also allowing the validator nodes to get a good amount of Near being staked and delegated through them, locked for 12 months as well. So it has a side benefit to the ecosystem as well, right?
Adding like security to the network.
Exactly.
And
an exposure to retail Near, right? That they would not normally get access to.
Yep, for sure.
And that's one, right? The second one we built it's called MetaBoat. And it's us testing the governance structure for how to do token voting on Near protocol.
Okay.
Right now, MetaVote is the only dApp that allows any P141 token, which is the fungible token standard for Near, to be used in a voting mechanism to upgrade a DAO.
Okay.
So we launched that mid August this year.
Yep.
And so how we tested it is with MetaYield. So instead of, and we totally, like, when people talk about permissionless decentralization, I think sometimes we get a little bit ahead of ourselves in that sense, right? When we said that we're going to build this permissionless platform, but then again, how do you filter good projects?
Yeah.
And then but then you have to centralize it, and that's a chicken and egg problem. So what we did was we built MetaVote, and we allowed the community to vote for the next project that is going to be launching through MetaYield.
Okay. Right.
And how we do is we incorporate a voting mechanism through our governance token called Meta.
Okay.
So they lock up Meta, that gives them some voting power, and then they start voting for the projects that they deem worthy to go to MetaYield to do crowdfunding campaigns.
Okay, right.
So we crowdsource the projects, the pipeline of projects that are going to be launching on Near. So we're alpha beta testing it, right?
Okay,
it's not like I'm saying that this is a tried and true project. We already launched 3 projects. We raised around $1.2 million between those 3 projects. And so it's been going good. And now we're going to be focusing on GameFi projects that want to launch on Near.
Awesome. So basically what it sounds like to me is that the user experience is that you have MetaVote, which gives utility to the Meta governance token.
Yes.
And then that allows users to choose where their staking rewards that they've locked up have gone to. So there's some sort of synergy between the two. Okay, right. Very interesting.
And so for Staking Summit, so one of the big things here, I'm giving away a little bit of an alpha here. I hope my partners don't get too mad at me, but we're going to be announcing custodial service support as well.
Okay.
So liquid staking through custodial services. At NearCon, we announced support for Fireblocks, and here in Staking Summit, we're announcing support with Finoa as our custodial partner for liquid staking as well.
Okay, so how would that work? So users would stake on...
So this is basically for institutionals or high net worth individuals that have some regulatory compliance needs, right?
Okay.
And they need a custodian service, right? Not only to store, but also to stake. And we're expanding the offering to do liquid staking as well.
Okay.
Because they can get a liquid staking token, and if it is through a custodial service, they can participate in DeFi platforms if they choose to.
Right. So, if I'm understanding correctly, you would be the base liquid staking infrastructure for
Near token holders
to build on.
Yeah, Near token holders to use a custodial service.
Okay. Interesting. All right. And for now, for some more general questions, what is your biggest bag that you're holding right now?
Biggest bag that I'm holding right now. Okay, so yeah, definitely that's the Meta token, right? That's our governance token. Of course, Near, that's another one. I have Aurora as well.
Yep.
Outside the Near ecosystem, I'm full on the. Yeah, I don't know if the gray hairs look or not, but anyhow, so I'm kind of old, so I do hold Bitcoin.
Okay.
I do have Ethereum as well. Yeah. I was a really big fan, even though people criticize it a lot, of SushiSwap.
Okay.
So, but I'm a product guy. On my past life, I was a product manager, and so I like well-built products.
Yeah.
That I take my hat off, right? And for me, Sushi has done a really good job on building this whole product suites and making it really, really friendly. So I hold some Sushi. Yeah, it's not good. It's tanking, but anyhow.
Okay.
It's me showing. For me, it's not on the arbitraging or whatever or trading.
Yeah.
For me, it's a way that you are committing to support a project.
Yeah. Sure.
And so I bought Sushi. Yes. quote me on that one, right? If
Okay,
you want.
well.
But for me, it's important to show support to other teams that are doing kick-ass products in the ecosystem, right?
Sure.
So and I'm looking into the Cosmos ecosystem. Yes.
Okay. Right.
I'm still not sure which one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're slowly but surely. I'm slowly but surely diversifying, but I'm pretty standard, right? So.
Okay. Cool. And the dreaded question: what do you think is the most overrated project?
Overrated project. So definitely, I think the overrated projects in this bear market, I think most have run its course, right?
Okay. Right.
Like for example, I always thought like Celsius was overrated, right? Like all these C-Fi products are overrated.
Yeah.
Anything, for me, any overrated product is one that states that they are decentralizing or that decentralization is part of their vision.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the numbers or you look at the on-chain data, you see that they're not decentralized.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'm gonna pause here.
Yeah.
Right now, each and every one of the proof of stake networks, we're working, and I said we as an ecosystem, we're working hard to decentralize. Even though now the Nakamoto coefficient for many of the proof of stake networks is really, 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 really low.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, we need to do a much better job there at decentralization, at making our networks more censorship resistant, right?
Yeah.
And this is the catch-20, right? That's where we are right now. This is where the white space is. There's a whole spectrum that we still have yet to touch, right? So for me, it's any overrated product or platform is one that says that they're looking to decentralize, but then you see that they're not doing, like they're not walking the walk and talking the talk, right?
Right.
So, but I do say that like as an industry, we need to work harder to bring in more projects, more infrastructure providers, in order for us to do a much better job at decentralizing our network. So anyhow.
Okay. That makes sense. Thanks for the answer. Cool. Thanks so much for the interview. Glad to have you here. Hoping to get some more merch.
Yeah, for sure. Just drop by and I'll make sure to send a box to the Berlin office for sure, man. So,
for sure.
So you get all the goodies there, man.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Right. Well done.
Cheers.
Cool.